Hello everyone. It's 4 o'clock on Thursday. Tracy at the Rhapsody Art Barn. How are you guys today? Hope you're having a fun day. I always think I'm going to get here early. I'm going to get so much done and get all ready before my live. And then my life happens. I have a plumbing business to run and grandkids. And today I was supposed to take my grandson to school, and change of plans. He wasn't feeling 100%, so I had him most of the day. So here I am once again, stepping in. Miriam's in the house. How are you? I was trying to answer some questions on your page because all these people had questions. I so wish that I was on when you were live. Yesterday I was gone. I had a hair appointment, so I missed out. But I did try to go back and answer questions. It looks like some other people answer questions too, so that's good. So today, quick gift idea. So I went to the Assistance League, which it's kind of cool. It's a really old Victorian house here in Salem, and it has like a whole bunch of donated and or consignment things. And the idea is it's all volunteers and it helps the community. And I'm not really sure exactly what organizations it helps, but it's one of those places that you don't feel bad spending money. So of course, go ahead and spend money, right? But they have a tag that says, for instance, this crock was $20, right? And then if it hasn't sold in X amount of days, then it marks it down to $10. And then in X amount of days, oh, good. You saw it. Oh, good. Are you using the DIY paint? Oh, good. I'm glad you love it. Oh, that makes me feel good. So then there's 3 prices, essentially. There's the main price, and then it drops it down in like a week and a half, and then it drops it down again in a week and a half, and then there's like a bargain basement price. So I go through, and of course, most of the time I buy stuff like in mid-range. So it was 20, and then it went down to 10. So I bought it at 10 because it's an authentic crock, and I love crocks. And the reason I love crocks is not only do I use the bigger ones as garbage cans, I use the smaller ones like these. In fact, I gifted one already this year. I didn't realize how hard they are to find. And I had one that was, maybe a little bigger than this. It was probably the 2. This is probably 1. It doesn't have any stamps, so I don't know. But it had an olive. I got an olive tree from Trader Joe's. And I put an olive tree in it, and that was the gift. And it's super cute. The crock alone is cute, and then you put a little olive tree in it. You can do whatever, So these are from the dollar store. They're just the little, Christmas trees. And you can take off the bottom and just, put a Christmas tree in it. You could do whatever. But I would do a real tree. But, you get the idea. So I gift these, and they're harder and harder to find, you guys. They are rare here, right? They're getting more and more rare. So at the same time, I picked this one up, this utensil holder, and it was all black. I've already primed it. Am I getting rain? I'm always getting rain. I'm in Oregon. Yeah, it's actually not raining at the very moment, but give it about 10 minutes, right? It's always gray right now this time of year. So it was an all black utensil crock. And I want to say I picked it up for just a few dollars because it was nobody wanted it. Right. And so at the same time, I picked this one up yesterday, and it's even a little bigger. So that's even better. I picked up this because I'm like, hey, I can make this out of this with DIY paint. So that's what I'm going to do. It's really super easy. So I primed it. 1 coat. You can so if you're going to really prime something and you want to make sure that it's like if you're doing furniture or something and you're selling it, or you want to make sure it's really super primed, do a coat of it, let it dry, do another coat, wait overnight, and then paint. Okay. I'm just trying to give my DIY paint a little more to stick to. Yeah. You can find them on certain places, but yeah, $10 was actually a really good deal for even a small one like this. And I love the little trees in them. Like the little Charlie Brown Christmas trees are super cute, and the little burlap, really cute gift. And you can decorate it with something you've made, put little ornaments on it, or just a tree, right? I picked one up. I also picked up a crock that wasn't really a crock. It was like I want to call it more of a tureen, a ceramic white tureen, and it had the burlap tree in it that was decorated, the Charlie Brown Christmas, really cute. And it had on it little teeny like wine glasses. Thanks, Kim. Have a good day. Little teeny wine glasses. And then you know those little rings that tell you which person is drinking what glass? It was decorated with those little they had little charms on them all over the tree with the little wine glasses. It was only $25, so I picked that up and I put it in my house because it's time to decorate and I don't have time. Gobble, gobble. I'm wearing my gobble shirt. So anyway, I painted the black, and you can do the bottom too because it says something like made in China, probably. Ceramic crock, imitations, dishwasher safe, made in China. Yeah. So it was all black. And you'll see most of the time the crocks on the inside are dark anyway. They're brown, but leave it black. Who cares? You know, black is close enough. Christmas trees are adorable in this. And the one I got had sand in it. So they had that to stabilize it. It was heavy, but it did stabilize the tree. So I painted it with the pen chart, just one coat, a nice hefty coat, but now it has a little more tooth. I am using the cottage colors today, not the DIY clay base paint. So these were curated by Jamie Ray and her husband. Okay, Jamie Ray Vintage. So Jamie has made a color that's called crockery. I have done these over and over and over again. I sold a whole, what do you call those? You know, a set of these with the lids, canisters. Don't ask me. I lose my words all the time. I had way too many surgeries when I had my cancer. So I'm sorry, guys. I lose my words. But anyway, I have painted these crockery colors on this same kind of surface over and over again. And they are so stinking cute, they sell. Okay, so I'm just going to get a clean, dry brush. I don't know, that one's kind of big to dip in, so the thing is I want kind of a flat brush, but these are my soft brushes. I'm trying to find, I'm going to get too many brush strokes with that. Hold on. So you want something that's like, you know, soft, but yet smooth. I'll just use I think this one will work. This is my Retique. Okay. I have lots of paintbrushes that I carry, you guys, and they're all good quality, down from the zebra all the way up to the what can I remember what these are called, Klingons. And I love especially for the clay-based paint, I love the Debbie's blue ones. They're super soft, but you know, if you take care of them, they'll last for a long time because they're an investment. And look at how that color, I mean, it's pretty darn close, right? She designed it to look like a crock. Pretty cool. So all it is a quick coat or two of paint and you've made a dupe of your crock. And nobody's going to know the difference, especially with the cute little thing sitting in the middle of it. Now I'm going to put something on mine that's not authentically crock. So I have in my stencils on my website for sale, I have crockery stencils that you could actually stencil something that looks like it's under Roycycled or under the stencils. It looks like the patterns that an old crock would have on it. You could stencil it. I have stamps from IOD that you could stamp on that look like the old crock labels. And there's also transfers, traditional pots from IOD as well. And they have like, if you want it to look like it has a really pretty design on it that's more Crock like, you can do that. But I'm gonna do something different today. So there we go, one coat, and look at it. How cute is that? I mean, totally different. Now, if you want more texture, add a little texturizer, you can do that too. Already making a mess. I have some, like if you wanted it to be more like imperfect, like a Crock, you could do that. Maybe on my second coat, I could add some texture to show you just a little bit. I have some texturizer somewhere from Posh Chalk. You could use salt wash. Other companies have similar, you know, powders that create a little texture. Isn't that color beautiful? So this is the one that has a top coat sealer in it. This is not the clay base like you're using, Miriam, just to let you know. This one is the all-in-one. And well, hope I'm getting my hair in it, it's gonna create texture. Hopefully this dries to the point where I'm gonna do the next step, because I am gonna put a little texture in here, and we'll see how fast. Sometimes the texturizer makes it dry faster, I think. And I'm not gonna do a full second coat anyway. I'm just gonna do a half coat, you know, just a little bit of, put a little bit of texture in it. So this stuff will probably come all out at once, right? Just gonna put a little bit in and then we'll take it from there. I barely put any in, so I need a little bit more. And then I'll show you, I've been playing with a new product. Oh, you know what I should do? Did you try the clay yet, Miriam? Did you try that? I know you had a hard time reading my writing. I was thinking about that. I chicken scratch. Should have been a doctor. I chicken scratch. And what you couldn't read about the quick dry clay is it dries hard. It kind of reminds me of the old Play-Doh stuff that we used to make back in the day, and then you'd bake it and it would get super hard. And it was clay that like that. That's kind of what the clay reminds me of. And so I would put it in this clay. I used my gloves, and it's just not like regular clay where you want to touch it a lot. So I use my gloves, I stick it in the mold, and it's a little harder, firmer, so it's harder to use than like IOD, of course. And then you spark it with your heat gun. Like you hold your heat gun on it until it sparks, and it spreads throughout the clay, and then it gets hard like you baked it. It's really cool. Yeah. It might smoke while you're heating. You're right. I mean, I have a big enough room. I've never had a problem with like inhaling the smoke or anything. And it doesn't smoke like, you know, a lot of smoke. It's like just a little bit comes off of the clay because you're like kind of making an ember that travels throughout it. So as you can see, I'm just barely, I don't want to put too much texture in, but then I think I'm doing it too little at a time. There we go. I finally got a little bit of texture going. I haven't used this stuff a lot. I usually use salt wash. I like them both, but okay. So this is really smooth right now, and I'm probably going to be pulling some off as I'm doing this, but I'm just going to I'm not really wanting it to be a pattern or anything. And I don't want it to be, I mean, the smooth was actually really pretty, right? If you want to leave it smooth, leave it smooth. But I'm actually not wanting the bumps. I'm just wanting to put a little bit of that natural texture. See how in the light it has some bumps and lumps? Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh, I gotcha. I got it. So I'm kind of like mushing it on heavier in places, and then kind of like smoothing it down even while it's wet. I'm not adding a whole lot of paint. I'm just adding a little bit of that texture and then making it all over texturized. And you know, at the top, you always, on those Crocs, you always see, like on the rims and stuff, you see where it's not perfectly smooth around the edge. So I'm going to go around the top too. Because you can see where it's like scratchy on the top. And that's what I'm gonna put a little texture on the top too. I'm just imperfecting it. It was too perfect. How many times can you say that about artwork, right? It was too perfect. I have to imperfect it. I hardly ever say that with my artwork. I like it to be kind of funky though, so I'll show you what I did to my last piece last week. It's kind of fun too before I go. Okay, I told you what I was gonna do, but I didn't, so. Okay, so now it's got kind of that aged, authentic, I don't want it to be like painted looking, but I want it to be like scratchy. So that nobody's going to come up and say it's not real. And anywhere that you don't put the primer, right now it should scratch right off if you scratch it. If you let it cure, it might not, but if you scratch it off, it should scratch right off. And that's okay, because you can get off some of your overspray. And again, you know, nobody's gonna be trying to remember if I used anything in there. I mean, you can. It doesn't hurt it to use it, the cornstarch. I don't know if I needed it, though. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I've got to play with it again. I haven't played with it since I got it when I went on a retreat to Denver. And she no longer sells, but the gal who put it on had it, and she was doing cute stuff with it, and I'm like, I have to have some of that. So I bought the leftover of what she had, and that's why it comes in a package like that. And I thought you could try it, because you never get to see it. Oh, Sharon, I'm so glad. You usually see me on replay. I'm always on the same time, so you must be busy at this time. Okay, so I'm going to show you up close what I did. It's still drying, so it's not going to look pretty yet. It's going to look blotchily until it all dries the same color. But you can kind of see where I went with that. It kind of made it blotchily on purpose. On purpose. Okay. It's supposed to look old. So once it dries, I'll show you that up close and personal. And I don't think I brought my water in again. Oh, what in the heck is going on with me and my water lately? I took it out to clean my brushes and I didn't bring it in. I did that last time too. Okay. Good thing is it's got a baby wipe here, so just keep it wet till I'm done, then I'll go wash it. Okay. Put this brush away because I can use that. Next thing I was going to do is show you, have you guys played with the new mold ceramic resin powder? Have you guys played with that? Who did I see using it first? I don't know. I try to tell who I see people if I see them, and I can't even remember. Several people have been using this stuff because it's new to me, new to the people I watch. But it's called Mix to Mold. Yeah, first practices. Okay, that'll do it. Probably there for hours. I'm so glad I'm out of that. Sorry. I will probably get into it again when my grandkids get older. I'm gonna put this down. So the new Mix to Mold, let me grab a pack so you can at least see what it looks like. I do have the big container that I got. Ceramic resin. Oh, Weathered Wings. That's who I saw it I can't think of her name. She's so cute. I'm going to grab a pack. Okay. So this is how I'm selling it. It comes, you can get it at Michael's and other places. I'm going to put that out there right now. It's going to be about the same price, right? But if somebody's doing a huge order, then they can order it from me as well. So you don't have to go to 2 different places. So I got some to sell. So this is a 2 pound. And the reason I like the 2 pound is because it's better value, right? Yeah, high school, no rest for the weird. Isn't that the truth? So this is a 2 pound. So this is bigger than, a lot of them are 1 pounds, but I'm a value person, right? If I'm going to get it. So this is the one I got for me because, you know, if I'm going to do stuff, I'm going to do a lot of stuff with it. So I got the giant version, but these are the ones I sell. They're $15.99. So they're a good price point. So that's the benefit of them. It's non-toxic, so that is a benefit of them. However, they are different. It's an alternative to using resin. Okay, so it is different than resin because it does not mold at all. It's once you make it up, it's like glass. It's ceramic. Okay, so you're gonna want to use them on ornaments, flat surfaces, anything that doesn't require bending at all. Okay. And now resin's the same way. Like resin will cure hard. So if you don't mold your resin when it's warm, it's going to, you know, set hard and then there's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to have to stick it to a flat surface and hope it's flat. This stuff will be flat when you make it. However, it is going to be like ceramic, like never get to a place where it's warm and mushy and bendable at all. In fact, I made some up and before I could take it out, I was trying to scrape off the edges, you know, just trying to clean it up a bit. And I bent it. And as you can see, it cracked. Okay. So this is fully cured. But again, it's not going to be bendable at all. So this one is pretty much done because I've cracked it in lots of places. But I wanted to show you this because of the nature of this. I mean, there's benefits to it. Of course, the cost being one of them, the non-toxic, there's lots of benefits. And I do like the fact that it's like a ceramic. However, I'm telling you, like this one came out beautifully, and it is ceramic. Like, I mean, I don't know if I want to drop this and have it break and, you know, like it would break. But if I had it on a flat surface, I could definitely glue it on. I'd probably use the same wood glue that I always use, the Type Bond. I haven't tried it yet, but that's what I'm guessing. And then I wanted to see if it shows detail. So I did some little pieces. This one broke off when I was getting it out of the mold, but I think I could just use it. I think I could just glue it back together, you know, no big whoop. But look at the detail in the Santa, the detail in the molds. There's the little nutcracker. These are Prima, so don't look at these because I sell IOD. But I still have molds, you know, I'm not getting rid of them. It takes 1 hour to cure. Okay, so once I make it up, I should do that right now. Let me do it really fast because I don't know if I'm gonna be on that long, but I can at least show you an unveiling. Okay, I'll show you how I do it really fast. So the difference between this and anything else is you can kind of eyeball it. I mean, once you get to know it, right? You should really follow the instructions and everything, but it's not like an exact one-to-one science. It is different on their calculations for every single calculation. So like it's very weird. So the measurements that they give you are in teaspoons and tablespoons, and then they give you a milliliter cup, and then you have to kind of calculate. And then the weird thing is usually right here on the first side, it would be their product, right? So I would do like 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon. So I did it backwards. No, the first column is the water you're supposed to add. The second column is the product. So I did it backwards, just right out the gate, and had watery stuff. But again, it's not an exact science for this. You have to get kind of close, right? But it's not like you have to be perfect, right, with it. So basically, this is 2 tablespoons. Even though it's in milliliters, it does tell you that 2 tablespoons is one of these scoops. Okay, so you want more product by 3, okay? By 3 than this. I mean, more product than water. So if I do one of these scoops, right, 2 tablespoons, then I have to do 1 tablespoon is 3 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons would be 6, right? 2 tablespoons is 6. So this is 2 tablespoons. Okay. So I need 6 tablespoons. 1, 2, 1, that's 2, 4. See, I don't have to be exact. I'm just kind of like, and I hate math, so I hate doing this kind of stuff, but I'll get it down to where I don't even think about it. And I actually mix them up without even measuring it, because now I kind of know. So I do 6, so that's 3 of these, and then 1 of these of water. Okay? So it's like making rice, except opposite. The water is the less. And you'll know because I screwed it up. Hey, Lynn. Oh, Teresa, thank you for sprinkling. Guys, that's nice. Okay, so it starts out kind of chunky. It's a powder, so it reminds me of like plaster of Paris. Like it's smooth like that. I got a little powder up my nose, I think. It's definitely longer open time, because you have an hour before it sets up. But I think it says it has like 10 minutes before you have to have it into a mold. And I have this really flat mold that I think will be really cool. So this is a LeBlanc, I think. It's Hintergrund 1. And it came in a decoupage order I ordered. I cannot sell the molds because I sell IOD, but I can sell the castings. So if anybody needs castings, I'm happy to, if I show them, I have them, I'm happy to sell them. I just can't sell the molds. Too many rules. It becomes like melted ice cream, a little heavier, almost like paint. Hello, Dainty Butterfly. That's a cute name. I like that name. Okay. So it's smooth though, and you know how it starts like with powder, it'll settle at the bottom. So you want to always kind of be scraping it. And when it pours, it's very odd. It pours like cornstarch and water, like you're making gravy, and can get heavier in places, thicker in places. Forgot the name. Oh, mix to mold. Mix to mold. And it's on my website. It's under See What's New. It's also under molds and clay. Oh, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. That's still a cute name. Dainty Butterfly. Nothing dainty about me. Oh, okay. Let's see. So I don't know how much my mold, I don't know how much I need to make this mold, but it looks like I needed the whole batch for this mold. And it does kind of settle and shrink a little kind of as it sets. This looks like a perfect amount. What did I do? I did the 2 tablespoons of water to the 6 tablespoons of powder. And I think this is just like the exact amount I need for this mold. It's really cool. So new product, I'm trying it out. I like to carry everything because I use it, right? And I think there's benefits to everything. This one clearly being, I can make mass amounts of stuff and it will be hard. It'll set hard. It is going to have to, go on a flat surface or hang. It could hang on things. But again, you know, this is a flat surface and it's just sitting beautifully on that, right? No problem. And you can see the detail and it's hard. Okay, let's unveil one. First of all, I'll show you my fail. And this was my fault, you guys. I was messing with this. I was bending it before it set, before it cured. So do not judge this one based on like I didn't let it sit for an hour and then do it. I was messing with getting the stuff off the edges and I bent it and cracked it. So I'm just going to show you. Oh, it really cracked. Like it's cracked in so many places. It's not, yeah, it's not coming out. It's coming out in pieces. So, and I haven't played with this stuff enough to tell you if it's the mold, you know, like if it's going to do that, because it did break on the snowflake too. Like, are these molds too intricate? Maybe. Maybe it's just not going to be one for the intricate pieces. But I will keep playing with it and we'll be using it, so you'll see. But that doesn't mean that I can't use these, because hello, that is adorable. I think I should use that. I think I should use that. I really want to do this little container and I want something across the front, but everything that I have found is a little too big. Yeah, that's too big. But I think I'm gonna, that's kind of cute. I did one the other way. I don't know. Just have to play. Put things together. But do not throw away your bits and pieces. These are like glass. You guys, can you hear that? Can you hear these chunking? I'm going to do the pieces that are broken. This is it's different than anything. It's not like the resin. It's hard. Like glass. A mini chandelier. Oh, yes. That would be really cute. And put a little mouse under it. We are creatives. Okay. Oh, I put my finger in the mold already. Took about, what, 10 seconds for me to do that. Okay. Looks like I got a little carried away with my finger over here. So I'm touching up my crock. Must have stuck something in it. My arm, my finger, something made a mess. Okay, it's starting to dry and I can show it to you in a sec. So anyway, you have all these little bits and pieces and don't throw them away, and maybe we could make, maybe you could put them all back together, you know, maybe you can make intricate things, but you just have to know that they might come apart. I will try this again without messing with it. I will leave it alone for maybe like 2 hours and then see if I can get it out in one piece. Oh, I'm making a mess. That's okay. That's okay. We don't mind. Okay, so now I'll just pull one out and hopefully my crock will be about done by then. Oh, you finding the products? Thank you so much. Miriam, you are a godsend. I tell you that much. Okay, here. So this is another redesign, so don't judge me on the molds, but there are the Bibelot molds that by IOD that just came out. The reason I chose these is because they're very intricate and I wanted to see how the designs are on these. Okay, so already I broke the little top off, but that, well, I guess I can't hang it now, but that can be glued on if it's on a flat surface. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that is pretty. You could actually use this as a bell now. You could actually make it like a little, take that little off and make a little bell, or you could put it back to an ornament. Either one. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, now I'm going to try to do this one without breaking it. Let's try it. Try to be a little more careful. Again, I am no dainty butterfly, Cindy. Okay. So, there we are. Now, I think I'm going to leave it alone until tomorrow, and then I'm going to try to hang this and see how it turns out. I don't know that these hangers are very strong anyway. Like, if you use resin, I don't know. But I add a hook on the back if I want to hang my ornaments anyway. But look at how fun is that? Let's see. Let's do a quick little paint job on that. Do I have any paint? Here, I just have this in front of me. Let's just use it. Let's just use it. This is the same DIY paint with the top coat in it. And it's called Barn Quilt. It's supposed to be kind of a red, but I don't know. To me, it seems kind of a dark berry. It's a beautiful color. But if I'm going to go for a red, if I want it to be red, I'll probably pick up the Marquee by DIY, like a barn red. This is like a, yeah, I think of like a berry. Not quite a burgundy, not quite a rose, deeper. Pretty. Okay, so let's just paint this real fast. The reason I have to really, really stir this is because it has the top coat in it. I'll just do the whole thing. I'm not going to get picky. We're just going to look at all the detail work and see. We're trying it out. And it's got a nice smooth ceramic back, and that's part of the reason this is a benefit over the resin, because the resin back, I don't know, I always have to cover it with something. It's not my favorite. The back, just the back. Or you can make them, like, sandwich them together and make them whole. I do like that, the resin. Okay, so we're gonna just put some regular old paint on it. Probably should have a couple coats, but I'll just do this for now. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of the D&D. You guys know what the D&D is? It's DIY's Dark and Decrepit. It's the same as a top coat clear, but they have added a stain in it, so it's a dark brown. So it acts like a top coat and a stain. And it has, you know, they have gray and gold and copper and clear. It's the stuff everybody uses, the clear to decoupage, the liquid patina. And it comes in a dark, dark brown. Ooh. Okay. I think I need to do another coat, so give me 2 seconds here. So you could do the Bibelot molds. Those are the new ones. Last year's, they had another ornament one. But I kind of like this for a bell. Do little silver bells. That'd be cute. I think the picture of these is silver on the wrapper. They're cute. Well, it's not drying any faster, it being ceramic underneath, that's for sure. And the heat doesn't seem to affect it, other than it might take some of the moisture out of it because it is mixed with water. So, I don't know. There is a little outline of maybe where it got moist underneath. Should I pull out my heavy duty one? Okay, I think it's enough to do another, like a little half coat, because this kind of requires a coat and a half. And then I'll set it aside and we'll work on the crock for a second. Hopefully it's dry enough. I don't know. You might hear the blow dryer again either way. Try to jump back and forth so we don't have too much blow dryer. Nobody wants to listen to a blow dryer, I know. Me either. Heat gun. Okay. I'm going to let that aside for a second. Oop, I just broke the top off. Yeah, that top was really thin. I am not surprised it came off. I think I would put my own hooks on it either way, on this mold. Okay, I'm done making up my mold, so I'm going to use my water in here. Okay. Hopefully we're done with that brush. Ready? Okay, let's check on our crock. So what do you think? You guys think you'd try that mix to mold stuff? A lot of people are scared of resin, so maybe that would be an easier alternative. See how it's drying and it's got a little bit more texture on it now that I put that texture on it? It's still drying in places though. What you're seeing, that the light alteration is just the paint drying. It's not the texture. Hopefully as it dries, it'll have less alteration. I think I'm drying it too fast. I'm starting to get some striations over here. Need to touch that up. And I just threw my brush in the water. Saw a little bit of black coming through. I don't know if I missed it or it's just some of the paint bubbling because I got it hot. Either way, we're getting it all taken care of. I think it's heat because it's in more than one area. Maybe it's that texture medium. I have not used that texture medium a lot, so maybe that's doing something to my paint. Separating it or something. But either way, I'm fixing it. Okay. Because, you know, again, the Crocks are perfectly imperfect. So they do not have to be exact. You could even have little dots throughout it. It wouldn't bother. It wouldn't be bad. Okay. So it's starting to dry. You can see the color difference from where I just painted it. It gets lighter and then it'll dry back to that darker again. But it looks pretty close. You guys, what do you think? It looks pretty close to the original. Looks pretty close. Now, this one's a little shinier. You can add a spray sealer on it, or some Big Top would probably get it somewhat shinier, but probably a spray sealer if you really wanted it that shiny. Okay, so I'm going to try to find a place that isn't completely wet, and I'm going to add some WoodUBend to it. This WoodUBend is a trim piece, a pediment is what it's called. And if somebody wants to know the number, I think it's 2088. 2088. And you guys, I've had my WoodUBend for a long time. I don't know if they still have it. I still have some, but you know, I don't know if they change stuff all the time. I bought in bulk because it comes from Europe before they had a distributor here in the States. So I have some stuff that maybe nobody has. I don't know. So if you guys don't know what WoodUBend is, it's a wood composite. And when you heat it, it becomes flexible. You can attach it to anything, and I use Tape-On Quick and Thick. And basically you heat the piece, you heat the pediment or whatever you're putting on, trim, whatever you want to use. Come on, my glue is, it's thick. It's not coming out. You heat the, I can't even talk because I can't get this stuff out. Heat the pediment, then you end up cooling and it stays the way that you put it, right? So does that make sense? So if I bent this in half, I mean, I don't think I would bend it all the way in half, but you get what I'm saying. Like if I bent it around a corner and then cooled it, it'll stay that way. It'll stay however it's bent when it cools. So I'm putting a nice thick, but not overly gooey amount of glue on the back because I want it to cover and stay down completely, especially because I'm going over ceramic. I gotta look at it, you guys, sorry. I want to find a place that's kind of smooth and ready for my wood. Okay, so now it's starting to cool, and that means it's not bendy anymore. So I have to heat it back up. And it does not take a lot, and it starts getting bendy again, okay? So basically I'm just trying to keep it even. And I'm holding it, so I'm sorry you can't see, but I'll turn it around in just a second, I promise. So once you get it down, oh, Ari gave me something. I'm going to use it. I finally get to use it, Ari, if she's on here. There we go. I feel like that powder's everywhere in my throat. Let me use the little one. So you're supposed to heat it before you glue it, and then heat it while you're gluing it. Sorry, I got powder in my throat or something. So even if it's a flat surface, the heat helps set the WoodUBend to whatever you're putting it on. Is it even, you guys? I'm having a hard time seeing. Shoot. Shoot. Did I do it? And again, mine does not have to be perfect because I can paint around the glue. The glue will dry white. Oh, it's pulling off some of the paint, the glue is. So I'm not going to mess with it too much. And the glue is water soluble, so you can always, before it sets hard, you can always get it off with water. But basically you want to get this nice and heated up so it's pliable and it sticks down all over everything that touches the surface. So since this is curved, it touches the surface on all of it. We're going to push it down, and then hopefully it's even. Gosh darn. Maybe not. Maybe it's not too even. Well, it's on there now. I can heat it up and take it off, but I don't think it's too terrible. What do you guys think? It's on there pretty good. Isn't that cute? Love that. Love that. So that just, I know that now it's not an authentic original Crock anymore because I just taken it and added something that Crocks do not have. Like I said, if you want it to look authentic, use the stencil, use the stamp, use the transfer, and put something on it that looks more like it's supposed to. But for me, for what I want, because I want to give this as a Christmas gift, I want it to look more magical. I still want it to look like an old crock, but I want it to have a little bit of zhuzh on it. Okay. How cute is that? And you can do this on a glass vase. You don't even have to do, like, it doesn't have to be this, right? It can be just a plain old glass vase. And you can paint, as long as you have a primer down, you can paint over the glass, and you can do it all different colors. Doesn't really even matter. I'm making it look more like an old crock, but you can do whatever you like the look of. Okay, so now it's on there. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, making it imperfect. It's pretty. Thanks, Cindy. So it's not going anywhere. This stuff is amazing. And I have to now get kind of a scrubbier brush. And I'm going to do that same thing where I make up a little bit of my crockery and a little bit of my texturizer. And I'm going to go around my WoodUBend. So, should have done this when I mixed it the first time. So I don't need a ton. I don't need a lot, but I want to get enough that I don't have to mix it up again. I'd rather overdo a little bit just so I don't have to remix again. Okay. Get the glue off while I'm over here. So I got glue everywhere. There is crazy amount of people back here driving, and I put on the background reducer, so I'm hoping that you guys don't hear it as much now. Can you hear the cars that are racing by? I'm right by a freeway, so I'm hoping that it helps. I think it does. Okay. Let's put a little bit of this texturizer in here. Oh, I got a lot more than I thought I did. A lot more paint than I thought I did. I might be doing a second coat to the whole thing. That's okay. That's okay. I'll fill in those little spots that I didn't like. I'm gonna make this one a little chunkier. I don't quite know yet how much to use of this stuff. I'm still getting to know it. I could just pull out the salt wash. Okay. Yeah, that's starting to get a little more texture to it. I don't know. I'm not putting a ton of texture in it. But I do want it to have a little bit like the crock. Now remember, any texture that you put on it around the actual WoodUBend piece is going to pick up any stain or whatever that you use. So you want to kind of seamlessly blend it a little bit. It's made it really tall and I can't see it very well. Need one of those chairs that goes up now. Okay, now I'm going to mess with the area around it, because I don't want it to look so different from the crock itself. So I'm going to chunk it up a little, and then I'll, like I did before, kind of try to smooth it back so that it looks all the same. So it's not so different between what's around the piece and all over the crock. Light touch. When I paint, I use a very light touch. I find that like 90% of people's problems when they paint and they do like even, especially like furniture and stuff, is that they have a heavy hand. And you can still paint and have a heavy hand, but it's just makes it that much harder to fix your boo-boos and smooth out your paint. I use a very feathery touch to get the effect I want. Okay, so cute. Isn't that cute? Yes, that is adorable. Now you could go different ways with this. I'm kind of adding more as I go. You can go lots of different ways with this. So I brought out the iron effect, and you could go iron effect and like a blue and green, drippy, like old-fashioned patina look. That would be kind of fun. You could do a bright gold and just hit the high points and do it more elegant. You know, there's lots of different ways you can decorate this. You can just do the stain, which I'm going to do a stain on it, and just hit those low points and make it kind of grungy, old-fashioned that way. Do you guys have a preference? I like it all. I do. It's Christmas, so I'm thinking not the garden grunge, but I still love that patina. The patina is one of my favorite looks. And I think I've actually seen a lot of people do patina on like those angel IOD angels. I love that look. We could do some patinas on those. Maybe I'll do that next time. Some patina angels. Because there's nothing like a good patina. Good iron and green and blue. Ooh, patina. Okay. Yeah, now it's starting to really look like a crock. All that lovely texture, and I'm going to dry it a little bit and show you so that I don't ruin it with my hands. And I think that second coat helped a lot. Drippy with patina and rust. Yeah, you want to try that? It's really fun. I thought I brought my rust over. Now I'm trying to look for it. Probably set it down next to me. I'll look around and see what I got. Thought I brought it. I don't know. I might do it next time with the ornaments. Just because I don't know that I brought all my stuff over. So this you don't have to seal because it has a sealer in it. But if you want to make sure it's water resistant, I would use a shiny, like a marine spar, an automotive sealer, something that if you were going to have a real tree and you watered it, I'll probably do the bottom too, but not right now. That you wouldn't have to worry about. Anytime something gets wet all the time, or if it's going to sit outside, you want to have a marine spar or like an automotive spray sealer. Something that's not going to, be affected by water. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think this stuff reacts with the heat and kind of makes like this powder. The salt wash does not do that. So FYI, this Posh Chalk texturizer, I think that's what's doing it, because it's the only variable in here that I don't know as well, is making it so it separates a little bit. My paint is separating a little bit when I heat it. Not bad. I can go over it really easily, but something that it doesn't normally do with the salt wash. Okay, can you see the texture in that? It's kind of fun. We're gonna bring it out a little more, but right now I gotta let it sit for a second because it's still way too wet. Way too wet. Okay, Okay. Here's my mold we cast, and it was kind of bending, so because I don't know that my table is completely flat. I have ridges in this table. I'm scared to push down and break it. But you can see it's kind of a little bit bent, a little bit. I'll try to keep it flat. Okay, and we have this guy. Move this out of the way a little bit more so I can play with this guy. Almost done. I brought out the umber and the brown and the ochre. But I think for this I'm just going to use the D&D on this. On this ceramic resin. It's not perfectly dry yet, but we're gonna go for it anyway. I don't have all the time in the world. It's always been an hour. You guys are so nice to each other, talking amongst yourselves. I'm so glad you're friends. Okay. So I'm just going to get a little paintbrush and a little bit of my Dark and Decrepit, and this is water-based. Like I said, it's a sealer, but I'm just going down into those crevices and creating some drama. We love the drama, right? I don't know about you guys, but I love the drama. Don't like it at home, but I like it on my pieces. Okay, so we're creating some drama. We're going to get down into those little edges. And we're going to just accentuate all those swirls and whirls. Okay, and then we're going to wipe it back. And this is where, because my paint wasn't completely dry, this is where at home you just wait until your paint's dry, okay? Yeah. Okay, you've used both clay and what? And resin? Yeah. You know, I think the ceramic is going to be nice and strong for ornaments and for laying on flat things and for accentuating details. If you want to paint it, it's doing really nicely on showing the details. So pluses and minuses with all of the products, but so far I'm liking it. I think it's pretty cool. So you can see the drama. Now let's bring out some of those high points. And of course I broke the little loop off the top, so just ignore that. Didn't break the rest off. It breaks really easily if I want to chip it. But again, it hasn't been very long since I cast this. I didn't cast this yesterday. I cast it before I started. So I don't know how it'll do by tomorrow, right? I know resin takes a lot longer than like overnight to set up, so it'll still be curing. Sometimes the next day it'll get super hard and then you can't bend it at all. Let's see, what should we put on top? Let's just do a little bit of shine. A little bit of shine. How about some wax paste? Oh, that's a pretty color. What's that one? Rose. Should I do a rose? I also have a silver. I have a magenta, but I think with the red. Yeah, I think I'm good. It turned pretty red when I put the dark on it, didn't it? I do have a red somewhere, but I think I'm going to use the light. I think I'm going to use that one. Let's try it. This is called wax paste metal in rose gold. Rosy gold. Okay. Oh. And it's chunky, and I always get it on my nails when I do it because I like to use my fingers. Ooh, it's pretty. sparkly it is. Hey, Royce. Long time no see. Long time no talk, I should say. We're just having fun. Have you tried the new mix to mold? I don't know if you're still on here, Royce. The mix to mold stuff, the ceramic powder. Because I have a feeling you would like this, Royce. It's kind of fun. Okay, so that'll show you the details in that. Fun. Cute. Cute, cute. Okay. Well, that is the ceramic, and it's pretty durable. Like I said, I break it off like it was, but it was a teeny tiny little loop that wasn't even that thick. I think the one that I had poured was a little compromised. And then you haven't? Okay, you have to try it. You'll have to try it because I think you might like it. It makes powder into a mold. You add water and it takes an hour to cure. It's kind of cool. Oh, here's my rust paste. So did we decide? Did we decide where we want to go rusty crusty or do a little dark and decrepit? Let's try the dark and decrepit a little bit and then see where to go from there. Now, the dark and decrepit is water-based. So instead of going straight on and making it super dark like I did this one, I think I'm going to lighten it up a bit. I think I'm going to put a little bit out. So they have it. I actually started carrying it because they have it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby type places, and it's not that expensive. So I got a big batch so that I could get it for my peeps. But I'm happy to send you some if you just want to try it. But it's like, it's not that expensive, so you might just pick some up. Okay. Here is the Dark and Decrepit Full Strength. I know I didn't put very much out because I'm really going to start slow. And the way to make it lighter is to add water. And I want it to be like, this paint is not even set yet, you guys. I'm pushing it. I might have to come back and do more later with you guys, but I'm pushing it. So yeah, it's mixing with my paint, as you can see. So I'm not even gonna be able to get my effect that I want, the drippiness, until my paint dries. But I can at least show you a little bit of in the detail work. But I can't do the dripping down yet. But isn't that gorgeous already? You can see the dark. But it is still too wet, too wet. Oh, yeah. Royce is looking at my... If you guys have not tried Recycled Treasures papers, I have lots of demos on it on my Facebook page. I used to be on the page every week. I love them and I carry them too. And that is Royce. That's the one who's talking. She is an amazing creator. Check her out too. Okay. So here is just a little bit of color. I'm not going crazy yet. Just adding a little bit of, I can't get this out. It's just still so wet. Just a little bit of this Dark and Decrepit with some water. Do you love the Crock? I love the Crock too. Now, can you believe what this used to look like? I mean, that's what I love. You just grab an old utensil tin from the, nobody wants these. I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but these are things that you find at the thrift store easily, like utensil crocks. Now that I say that, they're going to be all gone. And make it your own. Make it into an authentic looking crock. Put a cute little olive tree from Trader Joe's in it, a little lemon tree if you're down in this California or wherever they grow, Florida, wherever they grow lemons. A little orange tree for Christmas or something. I know my mom has a persimmon tree, And we just picked all the persimmons and brought them to my daughter's work because she works at a nail salon and they're all Asian. I'm not trying to be, they love them. They love them. They're like, more and more and more. And they ate the whole tree worth. But, you know, bring what you have. Whatever's good in your area. Okay, now I'm getting messy because my cloth is getting messy. Starting to get messy everywhere. But that's actually not a bad thing either, you know, because why would it be dirty in one place, right? So you can go around and add a little bit of the stain in other areas too. But basically, I just am trying to enhance the look of the crock. And then, like I said, you can go in with the rust and drip it. You can go in with the green and blue patina, which would be really fun. Or you can just leave it like this, put a little gold on the top, a little gilding. How cute is that? Who wants one of these for Christmas? I do. I do. Now, does it look like the other one? I know this is a dollar store tree, you guys, so don't expect much. They are expensive here too. That's why I'm so glad we have a tree, and that's why we shared them with all those little ladies at my daughter's work, because they're all from Vietnam and they love them. They're like candy to them. So you can go back in and add and subtract, and if I got it too dirty, you can go back in and, you know, add some more paint or whatever. And drip some down would be fun, but it's not dry enough to do that. It will make a mess. But you prefer the white than the red. Oh, I don't even know there's a difference. The ones that my mom has are from my uncle from Thailand. I don't know if he got them there. It was a gift. And we in Oregon do not have the weather for, like, you know, those kinds of trees. Usually like lemons and oranges and stuff don't grow here. We grow mold and rust and basically anything that's green. But we don't grow trees like that usually, but they do okay on her property. Sometimes it gets more fruit and sometimes less, depending on, I don't know what, the weather, I don't know. But sometimes she'll have like hundreds, and then sometimes there'll be like 2. Okay, here's my crock. So what do you think? Do you think it's a pretty good dupe? Pretty close. I don't think anybody's gonna know. I made this my own, so it's clearly gonna be different. And you can, you know, you can put, I think the rest is dark enough, is dry enough, I mean. But you could do, if you really wanted to, and I can do this because I can go back in and paint things, but you could just, you know, take that texture that I put on there to the next level. Now I'm adding water to this and diluting it, so I'm not like killing. Yeah, I actually need a dry paper towel because I'm taking it all back off. Maybe just a little bit of water on this would be enough. Let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. So you can actually add more of that aged look. And the more water you use, the more you wipe it back. But that's fun too. So I will do the whole thing if I do this. Can't do part of it when you do this. So I'll go around and do the whole thing. But this is just yet more aging, more dirtiness. Oh, it's really grabbing there for some reason. So I'm gonna let it grab. Again, if I really don't like something, I can go back and paint it some more. But sometimes it's the natural way it picks it up is more fun than trying to make it artificially. Just leave it. Sometimes it's picking it up because I put more texture there. That's okay. Make it rough and rugged. So I'll go around the whole piece, and then that will make it more deep, that deeper color. Okay, well that's that, guys. Let's see, shall we try to unveil our mold? I don't know if it's been an hour, but we can try. Hold on, I want to do one thing full strength. I just want to see if I can get just a little bit. See if I can get a little bit of drippy going. Just a little bit. You like the drippy? Do you guys like drippy drippy? I'm gonna let it drip for a second. Yeah, like the drippy drippies. Yeah, okay. And I'm just gonna babysit it a little bit as it drips because I don't want too much. That's so cool. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna play with this some more. But that's basically it on this guy. I'll get it to where it looks authentically aged. And then I'll probably put a little gold gilding on it when I do that. Yeah, look at that drippy up close. I love that. Love that. That's crustiness, that fun. And that, I bet that iron paste, this color, I haven't tried it yet, but I bet this color would look really pretty drip down, and it's thicker, so it probably would give a little more crusty. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. Okay, let's see if we can unveil this. I do not know. I do not know if it will allow me to do it yet. I'm gonna put my crock on the ground, let it drip. Okay. Okay, are we ready? Ready. More, Dee Dee? Yeah. Yeah, I do like the grunge too. More, less is more, more is more. Okay. Let's see. Now this one is all one piece, so I'm trying to be very careful because if it cracks, there's no fixing this. And I don't know that I let it dry for a full hour because I did it live, right? But I'm gonna try. I can feel it releasing in places, so that's why I'm tapping around the whole edge. I can feel when it lets go a little bit. I'm not trying to push it. I'm getting anxious. Black spots or rusted spots you see on metal, iron paste, perfect to mimic that. Oh, on metal. Okay. Look at the palette knife. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I do like, I like it on unexpected things too, like the patina. So on a crock might be kind of fun. Okay, let's see. See, I'm just barely lifting all the way around because I know I have not waited long enough. You know me. I am too impatient for that stuff. Think I can do it? Oh, I fail a lot, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It does not always work out for the best for me. Oh, it better after all this though, huh? There's where it's gonna go if it's gonna go. Come on. I can feel it still sticking in places. We did it. We did it. Oh, yeah. And I'm scared to even like lift it until it's completely cured. Ooh, that is gorgeous. I want to see how hard it gets tomorrow. I can see through it kind of in the light too. Because this one's a real thin mold. Did the Crock have a shiny finish? I'll show you what it had before, Lynn. Okay. Ooh, I like that a lot. So that is the new mix to mold. Okay, so here's our inspiration Crock. This is the crockery paint from Jamie Ray Vintage curated DIY paint. And here was the original. And I will paint the bottom, but it was just a utensil Crock. Dishwasher safe. Now it's not. Now it's not dishwasher safe. I don't think. I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher. Yeah. So you can see we just made our Crocks so that we can gift it. We can, I mean, again, I don't even think I paid $5 for this one. I paid $10 for this one, which was an excellent deal because this is a real Crock, but I can never find them, hardly ever. I'm just surprised I found that one. Even though it's small, I'll take it. And then I put little trees in them and gift them. But how cute now is that? This thing's getting a little carried away here. There we go. But anyway, so we can drip it and age it and gild it and make it our own. How cute. Easy peasy. So this is WoodUBend. This is paint. Then there's a primer. That's it. You guys, how easy is that? Okay. So again, use some sort of a protectant sealer if you put a real plant in it. Do marine spar, S-P-A-R, or a top coat sealer, like an automotive spray or something like that. Okay, you guys, thank you. I'm so glad you love it, Miriam. Enjoy your paints. I'm excited to hear how you think they do. She got her new DIY paints. Not this kind of paint. She got the regular one. Ooh, I've got a big old moth or something in here. Next time, maybe we'll do some patina. I don't know if I remember. Oh, I did want to show you. I did get my, when I went on to Michael's, I told you guys I was going to get some tinsel. I got some tinsel ribbon. It's kind of cool. It was a roll, so it was flat. It was flat ribbon at Michael's. And I put it around the edge. Now that is fun. Is that fun? Okay, he's all done. Okay. Thanks for watching, you guys. Another successful Thursday night hanging out with my friends. I'm so glad you're here. And I will... Oh, what is next week? Are we here next week? I think it's Thanksgiving. Next week. So if I don't see you before, I might pop on. You never know. If I don't see you before, have a wonderful time with your family. And then if you're in my area, come see me on Friday and Saturday for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. I will be here. And other than that, happy holidays, you guys. Enjoy your family. And thanks for making me one of yours. Have a good night, guys. Bye.